Is eating less always a good idea? When you're trying to lose weight, what's usually the first thing you think you need to do? Eat less. And technically, yes, a calorie deficit is necessary for weight loss. But here's where people get themselves in trouble. They think if eating less works, then eating a lot less must work even better. And that's not necessarily true. So today I want to talk about cutting calories, your metabolism, and why starving yourself is not the answer for long-term fat loss. What is your BMR? First, let's talk about something called your basal metabolic rate, or BMR. Your BMR is basically the amount of energy your body needs just to keep you alive at rest. Breathing, your heart beating, your brain functioning, maintain body temperature, repairing tissue. All of those things require energy, even if you stayed in bed all day. Now remember, your BMR isn't necessarily the exact number of calories you should eat. Your actual daily calorie needs are usually higher because you're also walking, working, exercising, digesting food, and doing everything else that comes with everyday life. Why extremely low calories can backfire. Here's where people make the mistake. Let's say someone needs around 2,400 calories per day to maintain their current body weight. They want to lose weight, so instead of creating a reasonable calorie deficit, they immediately drop down to something extreme, maybe 1,200 or 1,300 calories. At first, the scale might move pretty quickly, and they think, this is working. But what happens when you try to maintain an aggressive calorie deficit for too long? You may start feeling tired, your recovery can suffer, your workouts can suffer, you may unconsciously move less throughout the day, hunger can increase. And if you're not eating enough protein and resistance training, you could also increase your risk of losing muscle along with the weight you're trying to lose. That's a problem because when we're trying to improve our body composition, we don't just want to make the number on the scale smaller. We want to lose body fat while maintaining as much muscle as possible. Your body adapts. Your body is smart. When calorie intake stays low and body weight decreases, your body can adapt by reducing how much energy you burn. That's something referred to as metabolic adaptation. That doesn't mean you've destroyed your metabolism, and it doesn't mean eating too little somehow makes fat loss physically impossible. It means your body can become more energy efficient, which can make continued weight loss harder than you expected. That's one reason extreme diets can become so difficult to maintain. Protein matters. Another important piece of this is protein. When you're trying to lose body fat, protein helps provide the amino acids your body needs to maintain and repair muscle tissue. And that's especially important if you're strength training. So instead of thinking, how little can I possibly eat? I want you thinking, how can I fuel my body properly while still creating the calorie deficit I need to lose fat? That's a completely different mindset. Here's the better approach. Instead of starving yourself, start with a moderate calorie deficit. Eat enough protein. Strength train consistently. Stay active throughout the day. Get enough sleep, and then monitor your progress. If you're consistently losing weight and your measurements are improving, there's no reason to keep aggressively cutting calories just because you want the process to happen faster. Remember, faster isn't always better. Sustainable is better. Because I don't want you following a diet that works for 2 weeks, I want you developing a nutrition strategy that you can actually maintain long enough to get the results you're looking for. DroPro takeaway. So here's today's DroPro tip. Don't confuse eating less with eating better. Yes, you need a calorie deficit to lose body fat, but your body still needs adequate nutrition, protein, vitamins, minerals, and energy. The goal isn't to starve your body into losing weight. The goal is to create a smart, sustainable calorie deficit while giving your body what it needs to perform, recover, and maintain muscle. So if you've been cutting your calories lower and lower because the scale isn't moving as fast as you want, don't automatically assume the answer is to eat even less. Look at the entire picture. Your calories, your protein, your activity, your training, your sleep, your consistency. That's how we approach fat loss at DroPro Fitness. Train smart, eat smart, stay consistent, and I'll catch you on the next DroPro tip.